Okay, I think I'm going to go through them then and share the wonderful things that people said. I may summarize a little bit and we'll make sure that people that get all these, but here are some things that we had to say about some of our colleagues, starting with Kim Hamel. Melanie says, thank you, Kim, for being such a wonderful colleague and friend. It's been a great getting to know you and I've learned so much from you, so best of luck. Christy Smith says, Kim, I had the privilege and honor of graduating from Trinity College before its eventual closing, and it was so wonderful to finally meet her at one of our reunions. Missed the comments and suggestions on the VSLA listserv. And Kelly Rainville shared some new things that I didn't know. For the last several decades, Kim has been dedicated to teaching special education children. Starting her career at the Baird Center and quickly moving to MVU, she was instrumental in starting up their Nova Connect program. Then after 20 years, moving into a library program after the other one was solid. Not only did she train MVU library, but she quickly took on the position of head librarian. And for 10 years, she supported and encouraged students and teachers across the building, reading every Golden Dome and every Green Mountain book every year. I hope that someone gave her a certificate for that. I don't know. And created a battle of the books, supported the LGBTQ community at MVU, and she will be missed. Joanne Reed Allen says, as the VSLA Northwest 1 regional rep, I've been fortunate to meet many great people, Kim of Missisquoi being one of them. Offering to host a meeting in her library, I was able to see how dramatic her library program had been. It was then when we began to work with her top-notch makerspace. I wish Kim all the best in retirement. Shannon DeSantis Giles says, I still remember rooming with Kim at ASL conferences. Is that how you ASL? Let's say that. ASL conferences. She was a great roommate and an asset to VSLA. And Christy Smith says, Kim and I had the privilege and honor of graduating from Trinity College before its closing. Oh, I think I read her as part of me, and it was wonderful. And then Kim gives us a note so we can all follow their adventures. I spent the final 10 years of my career at MVU Library after teaching 25 years. I've loved this experience. I'm not retiring because I'm unhappy. It's just time to move forward to new adventures and leave while I'm still liking my job. Literally 1 week after my last day, my husband and I would be driving to Florida to our new home. We would live year round. Yes, moving to Florida in the summer is bad time. Yeah, I once moved to Alabama in the summer and it is oppressive. We're looking forward to exploring our new state, meeting new people, and doing a lot of traveling that doesn't involve school vacation time periods. I want to thank everyone who supported me over the years, both in person and through the listserv. Such an amazing group of professionals, and I admire them all. So, Kim, we salute you and farewell. Melanie, Kelly from Highgate says that they're going to put two things together here. They're sad for seeing two dear colleagues, Kim and Melanie, leave, both leaders in their school and their district. They worked together on Battle of the Books and hope to continue that tradition. She was also a great resource for YA book recommendations. I always look forward to meeting with both the ladies. Not only do they enjoy chatting on a personal level, but I walked away with so many great ideas. Kim Hamel shares that they've had the privilege of working with Mel and Missisquoi Valley School District for several years. Her enthusiasm and initiative have been models and motivators for me. As other school librarians know, you can feel a bit alone in our job, but I always knew I could reach out to Mel. Good luck. Joanne Reed said and shared, I've known Mel for about 10 years, first meeting as a colleague at the Library of Media sequence at UVM. It was then that I realized what a genuine, kind, and all-around good person Mel is. At the time, she was teaching private librarians in Swanton and aspiring to become a librarian. Through the past years, Mel has been in and out of the library, acting as a versatile team player. And in the next chapter, I wish Mel the very best, and I'm selfishly glad she'll be turning some new pages as I'm filling in her role as a teacher librarian at Swan Central School. Mel shares for her future plans. Thanks to all those who supported me in their journey in education. It's been a great 38 years. I plan to spend more time with my daughter and her wife and future grandchildren in California. So Mel, we salute you and farewell. Dawn Sharon is retiring, and Karen McCullough shares she has such fond memories of making and learning with you over the many years at Create, Make, Learn, Dynamic Landscapes, and Vermont Fest. You've always been willing to take a risk, try something new, and grow. And all of your students have been beneficiaries of the wonderful attitude. Enjoy your retirement. Robert Smith Guerrero is retiring, and Marley shares, after more than 20 years in our library, it's hard to imagine Leland and Gray without you. Thank you for all you've done for our students and families at West River School District. Your support, not just helping with reading and research needs, but with every aspect of school life, from advisory to athletics and drama to graduation, will be missed. Shannon DeSantis Guile shares, Barbara, I'm wishing you a wonderful retirement. It's been great and too short to work with you this year. I'm glad for your new adventures. And Shannon Walters shares that Barb has created a library space at Leland Gray that is literally the heart of the school. And I will say, is that what we all want? Bravo. Farewell. Vicki is retiring, and Kim shares of Vicki that even though they only interacted primarily on the listserv and through emails, her suggestions to Kim and others were always helpful and insightful, and that is a loss for VSLA. Chrissy Smith shares that I think Vicki and I took a few library classes together, and I'm always impressed with their questions and suggestions. While our time was short, Vicki had such a strong work ethic, and I appreciated her willingness to stretch herself and find the answers. So, Vicki, we salute you and farewell. Beth Nelson. Susie Snow shares with Beth, I had the pleasure of working with Beth at MAUSD District for 7 years. She consistently went above and beyond, making her library exciting and accessible to all students. During the pandemic, she was the go-to librarian in the district for lessons and read aloud ideas. She embraces new learning every year and is more than happy to share with the colleagues. You will be missed. We salute you and farewell. Kathy Neal is retiring. Kara Clopton shares, Dear Kathy, happy retirement. Thank you for inspiring hundreds of readers in Burlington and extending such kindness to me as a newbie when I moved from Texas to start a career in Vermont as a librarian. Shannon Walters shares, Kathy has been an anchor in BSD library since 2002. She has created a warm and welcoming library that celebrates literacy across the community. I love how Kathy has embraced the opportunity to work with students in multiple literacies, implementing reading challenges, author visits, and coding robots. And I would like to add for Kathy as a colleague, when the person whose job I took, Diane Pelusiak, retired, a student brought in a card, and the card said, Happy Perpetual Summer. And I thought, that is the greatest way to wish somebody happy retirement. So Kathy, I wish you a happy perpetual summer. We have some things to say about you. Shannon shares, Kate Davie, how are we going to survive without your fiery kick-ass spirit? I don't really know. Thank you for your tireless advocacy, sense of humor, dedication to our profession. Annie Brabazon shares, Kate Davie, it's been a pleasure to know you and work with you on various committee and award planning program committees. Amidst the fun posts, interesting facts, thought-provoking questions you share on the listserv, wishing you all the best. Marley shares, I will so miss Kate's insightful comments and hilarious additions to the listserv. Laura Williams says, Kate Davie is the bomb. I'm thankful for a professional yet tenacious advocacy on behalf of all great things and good things about libraries and intellectual freedom, to a rock solid selection policy program for Red Clover books and good humor and quirky tastes. She's an amazing mentor. I can't imagine what it would have been like start my career without Kate in my corner. Thanks, Kate. I can accept that I'll never get all my new books processed, and that's okay. My real job is to create a library that my students can call home. Shannon Walters shares, Kate Davie, smart, funny, warm, and always willing to lend a hand, share ideas in a pinch, and whatever is needed. Denise Wentz shares that Kate Davie always put children's first. She was a longtime advocate for school libraries. She spoke eloquently to the Secretary of Education about the need for school libraries and small schools. She definitely, as definitive Vermont school librarian, was fun to work with. And I will add, getting to work with her this year on the advocacy things amazed me. We will miss you, but thank you for offering to stay on just a little longer to keep working with us. And Nene Riley is retiring, and Sarah Alderman shares that Nene's creative, reflective, and collaborative nature is a gift to her colleagues. She initiated and supported numerous projects, including creation of a school garden at Cabot, and Cabot Leads, a service learning program for middle school students. I'm so grateful for her support as I transitioned from a classroom to a librarian. So we salute you and farewell. And thank you to everyone who filled out our form. We will get these to them and in a nice, pretty format, probably better than how I just read that in the video.
Thank you, Charles. And thank you to all who submitted such moving words about our retirees. It's definitely something that if you're currently working, you dream about, but then when the day comes, I imagine it's filled with a lot of feelings and bittersweetness. So
you have some 200, I was just surprised that wasn't everybody 250 years of experience. And so thanks to all of them who've done all the work.
Incredible. And I think they're going to be getting a little surprise in the mail.
I hear that's in the works.
Okay, good. We don't want to spoil anything for you, Kate. So mom's the word. Thank you, Charles. And congratulations to all of our Vermont school librarians who are going to start enjoying their endless summer very, very soon. Round of applause for all of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. Next up, we have our past president, Peter Langelis, whose role is to preside over the VSLA award ceremony. Take it away, Peter.
Hi again, everyone. I'm going to share my screen to create some Zoom suspense and excitement. We'll see how that goes. Okay, looks like it's working. So we're going to talk about our 2022 award winners. We have our Advocate Award, our Service Award, and our Outstanding School Librarian Award. And as is the case every year when we do these things, you know, all of you on the call and so many of our colleagues who aren't on the call today could be winning these awards. So many amazing nominations from lots of folks. People are doing amazing things, and you know, all of you are doing amazing things, and all of our colleagues at other schools are doing amazing things. So much good work going on. But at the end of the day, we do like to try to recognize people with these awards, and so here we go. So first we have, hold on, I got somehow on the last page. Maybe you saw that quick run through and saw some photos there, but we'll see. Okay, we're starting with the School Library Advocate Award for an administrator or public figure who has demonstrated belief in and has been supportive of school libraries. Drum roll. The 2022 recipient is Jeanette Schaefer, the Assistant State Librarian for Library Advancement at the Vermont Department of Libraries. Some of the people who wrote in about Jeanette talked about such support for many, many events, the partnerships with the Department of Libraries and the Humanities Council for last year's event with Angie Thomas, which was a huge success, a real boost of a real energy booster for so many students. This year's Sarah Henshaw event for We Contain Multitudes, also, you know, partnering with the Humanities Council. One of the really cool things I found out about Jeanette with these events is that there were high school students who were serving as the part of the hosts for the events, asking questions of the authors. And what Jeanette did is she made sure to send them gifts as thank yous. The students who were involved this year with the Sarah Henshaw event, she sent them invitations to the Vermont Book Award Gala that was hosted at Vermont College of Fine Arts. Just amazing, like behind the scenes thing that only a couple people know about who happen to be on those planning meetings. And one person wrote in that, you know, Jeanette is an unsung hero, and that's kind of an example of that. Always doing things behind the scenes, small details that really make a difference. and really only a handful of people ever even know that she was kind of the mastermind behind these things. I personally know that Jeanette was instrumental in the continuing funding for Teen Lit Mob, which wouldn't be able to happen without Jeanette. I mean, this year we had multiple, National Book Award finalists, just an amazing roster of guests, and Jeanette really took up the charge after Jason Broughton left, and we've had turnover over the last number of years in that youth services consultant position, and Jeanette, really saw that this was an event worth having and made sure that we could access those funds from the Institute of Museum and Library Services grants. And of course, there's a whole team there at the Department of Libraries. And I know Jeanette would want us to be thankful of all of them as well. Yeah, and so many people are just talking about Jeanette as just an incredible ally and an incredible person who just cares about books and literacy and technology and the whole realm of our library programs. And so what an amazing advocate we have there. So congrats to Jeanette for this award. For our next award, which is the Service Award for a school librarian who has made outstanding contributions to school libraries and the library community in Vermont. This year we have 2 recipients, a shared award. And this one on the award committee that I put together was quite an easy choice because so many people were writing in about both of these librarians. We just had to look at the form and be like, okay, I guess we're doing a dual award here, co-recipients, because so many people love the work of these 2 amazing folks, and they are Kate Davie from Blue Mountain Union School and Emily Wood from Richmond Elementary School. And I'll read some of I won't read verbatim because as I'm saying, there were so many nominations. Some of the folks that talked about Kate talked about, tireless work behind the scenes on the advocacy committee. They mentioned some of the work that is just now coming to a successful close with some things you've heard about and some things you haven't, like just the announcement about getting the reconsideration of materials policy moved up to recommended. Kate has also been working with the folks at the Agency of Education on getting the national AESL standards adopted officially by the state. That hopefully will be coming to a successful close soon. People also were talking about not only is she doing amazing work, but what an amazing sense of humor, unflappable attitude. This recognition is long overdue. Someone else was talking about that. I'm not going to read it verbatim. It's a long thought, but in summary, this idea that sometimes through many iterations of these various committees, the work stalls to the point where it almost doesn't happen. And Kate is just a common denominator of, just by sheer force of will and how much she cares, bringing that work back to the surface on so many issues. And I've experienced that myself, joining in, a number of years ago, and oh, I'm interested in this. Oh, Kate has the answer. I'm interested in this. Oh, Kate already has a standing meeting with this person that she knows at the AOE, and working with folks like Judy and others to just continue the work. And so, yeah, wow. Thank you, Kate, for this service. Our co-recipient, Emily Wood. I think all of you know, because most of you have been hearing it in these board meetings, just monumental work being done with our conferences and professional development. And some of you on the call haven't been in all of the quarterly board meetings, but this work not only has been happening during pandemic the last couple of years, but has also not been easy with some issues that have been happening with the executive director of VitalLearn, and I'm okay just naming that here on the meeting. And Emily has kept being our representative and advocate with a real combination of both grace and determination to make sure that there's a better future, both for herself and for us, but for a future person in that role, as we were hearing before, that she's interested in stepping away. One person said that watching Emily do this work for our conferences has made her a role model for all Vermont school librarians, and this person that wrote in wishes and aspires to be someone like Emily Wood. Yeah, just the words tireless advocate are in here. Emily brings so many assets to the table. And then a couple of folks also just talked about your work with students as well, which doesn't necessarily have to do with the board work, but just talking about your work on diversity, equity, inclusion, and centering students in everything you do, and the joy you bring to all of your students in all of the schools you've worked at. So congratulations, Emily, and congratulations, Kate, again. What an amazing team to be co-recipients of this service award. And moving forward, we have, last but not least, we have our Outstanding School Librarian Award for someone who is doing outstanding work in their school or district. This award is given to recognize library program excellence. One more drum roll, and we have this year's recipient is Shannon Walters, teacher librarian at Burlington High School. I'm going to actually read this particular nomination verbatim. This was submitted by one of her district colleagues in Burlington School District on behalf of the entire Burlington School District team of librarians nominating Shannon. The members of the Burlington School District library team would like to nominate Shannon Walters for this award. Shannon has done the unbelievable job of turning an old department store space into a functional, welcoming, and inclusive library. Her leadership has been instrumental in making sure students have access to quality library programming during the Burlington High School shutdown, in the new temporary school space, and as part of creating the vision for a new Burlington High School. Her institutional knowledge is invaluable to our team. She does all of this while juggling other leadership roles within our organization and beyond. Other people talked about the same topic, how Shannon was able to make an amazing library program happen in an old Macy's, which I think maybe in like the Kenneth Cole reaction zone or something. I remember seeing some signs that are still on the walls. People said that Shannon is humble, dedicated, never shining a light on herself. And they also talked about pastimes teaching in the UVM sequence, running programs at the Governor's Institute in Vermont in the summer, serving on the VSLA board. Really, really appreciating Shannon's work, and also naming the fact that Shannon works in one of our Vermont districts that is the most racially diverse, that is experiencing vast inequities and a lot of life, and how Shannon is a key member in trying to disrupt those inequities and account for those, and to make a difference for her students, and working with those students every step of the way. So congratulations to Shannon Walters, 2022 Outstanding School Librarian.
Excellent. So honored to call you all colleagues, to do the work with all of you. You're inspiring. You are exemplars of really the heart and soul of this work. It's the behind the scenes work. It's showing up and not, in doing the work. I think, Peter, you said that over and over, people who just show up and do the work and keep showing up. So thank you all for keeping showing up. It's just remarkable. Congratulations to all of you. Certificates will be in the mail, and another year at Macy's. Will we have another year at Macy's, Shannon?
Probably two. We'll see. Life will be exciting, but we're in the fine china section, actually. So the Kohl's dining area is downstairs. So I've got lighted shelves. I've got colleagues who are jealous. So my office is in lingerie, just in case anybody wants to come and visit. So it's a nice progression, but thank you very much. I know that I don't do any of this alone. I do this with the help of amazing colleagues like all of you working with VSLA and my amazing Burlington team and my amazing assistant. None of this ever gets done by any one person. We're part of a community, and I'm very thankful to be part of VSLA's community. So thank you very much.
Congratulations again, Shannon. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.